I wish I could have done it just once, you know.
Take the one.
And most coaches would. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's consistency. And, you know, that's part of the product of him when he calls the grind.
The Scarlet starts with the ball.
There, and I got to find out about my receivers. They got to get better.
The rushing game was so dominant last year for Ohio State. 321 yards to set a Big Ten record. Elliott on the run.
Well, when you're scoring 45, that's why we got to go to it. Made a lot of sense to Urban, and that's why they kind of mix huddle and no huddle.
Deep pass. Broken up. Cardale Jones quarterbacking this Ohio State Scarlet team. Puts it up again with a little swing out to Curtis Samuel.
Talking about, so mentally he's going through every play here.
This is Jones again. The watchful eye of Miller off to his right. He's taken down. An opening game on August 30th here at the Shoe. Throw it again, and this one's going to fall incomplete in the secondary. Great game. Jones is at quarterback for the Scarlet. Jacoby Moore in the center. Ezekiel Elliott scored a couple of rushing touchdowns last year for Ohio State. Missed a passing situation, and it's incomplete.
Unbelievable job recruiting here, and the recruiting, they just don't recruit the state of Ohio where there's great players. They're all over the place. You look at last year, you got 9 from Ohio, 2 from New Jersey, 1 from New York, 1 from Texas.
Jones scrambles away. The officials have thrown some penalty markers. Just about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of the spring game for 2014. At Ohio State, we've seen a lot of pass plays, monster games during the course of the year for Carlos Hyde. Coach, how do they fill in for it? You can't.
Well,
hard to do.
They've got good running backs. I'm not saying they have a Carlos Hyde in that backfield right now, but I've talked about Gunquad down at Florida, and he puts so much speed to the perimeter, it opens things up.
Carlos Hyde over 3,000 yards rushing in his career. Just the 8th player to do
pass plays.
Braxton Miller is also over 300 yards rushing in his career. 3,054 and 32 touchdowns. He's a sack for the Gray. Last year for Devin Smith in receiving yardage. Earl Bruce, look at the greats in the history of Ohio State, will join us at halftime. A very special guest. That ball bounces into the end zone. Play continues.
You should have thrown it out of bounds.
Yes.
You know, you got out there. If you can get away with it, throw it out of bounds, and we'll play again.
Jones' pass is complete. Cardale Jones, 6'5" and 250. From Cleveland, Ohio, back in the pocket again. It's coming through the playbook for this situation that they may need at some point during the season.
Yeah, you know, you want it. We need to get a first down. You know, don't throw it short. Don't throw it away. Don't take. We got to get a first down, or we lose the game. Let's go timeout. Let's bring that.
He could always, if he wanted to, put a little more time on the clock too. It's up to his discretion. He's already reversed the penalty today. So they're going for the long heave and well out of bounds. Wins to start last year. That put the winning streak at 24 straight games, a school record.
I think they got one guy. They said they clocked at 4-4.
Saw that.
You know where he's from? National Ohio.
There you go. Once again down near the 20. Ball falls to the turf. Third this past season, 42-14. Braxton Miller rushed for 144 yards and 2 TDs in that winning effort as we crank up the second half of the spring game from the shoe. Going on the run and incomplete.
You're playing because, by and large, they're playing press coverage. So where do you go? Slant's not there, out's not there. You got to throw deep. You got to throw crossing routes.
Samuel on the carry.
So we've got the attendance figure for the Scarlet and Gray game. 61,058.
Let's go talk about that defense again. You know, the first thing that Lisa Bynes...
That was concerted in 10 years at Minnesota and prior to that as well.
Well, it's exactly that. You know, the problem is that you can't hide on darn good against Roy.
Total defense in this Ohio State program last year, they were 7th in the conference. So the Scarlet starting to move it. This is to the end zone, but it defensive sets and recognitions, progressions, etc. It's all being recorded by that little camera.
Ball, the defense just pulls on off.
Jones has the time. Leap at the 5 and now down. First and goal. Pass on the run. Side slinger and out at the 1-yard line. I don't know whether he changed jerseys, but originally he was on the Scarlet roster. Both occasions did meet up with Michigan State.
You talk about Archie Griffin, not a better football player or a better person you'll ever meet.
He'll be in the depth.
I want you to talk us through this play and what you're seeing with your eyes here.
Okay, this is 853 Zeke Cross. You see Devin Smith come across the field, double post on the outside. Look deep. Oh, that's a true freshman right there. Quality football at times.
Let me ask you just briefly. Actually, let's go through this play.
Okay, this is going to be, that's a power play to the right where you have a read by the quarterback. And the quarterback pulled it because the end came up the field. Backup players I've ever seen in my life. He was always engaged. He worked extremely hard.
That's better, Coach.
There you go. That's much better. He sat in the pocket. But that's all. You look at that. Why was that a good play? Because we're off camp with him. We're trying to have him just study the game more and to be able to articulate to the players.
I was hoping he was going to put Lisa in there to run a play.
It's like, Coach Mason, what do you think about what we've done so far? This is probably going to be the final play. Samuel put on the brakes and dove inside.
You want to see what these other quarterbacks can do with Braxton Miller out. We've seen some of the running backs, Ezekiel Elliott, Warren Ball, Deontay Dunn, trying to find a replacement for Carlos Hyde. So again, the offense has had a chance to work on a few different things today.
Well, here it is. It's the spring game.
Because sometimes I think, as a student, I remember you almost felt a disconnect with the athletes. Like they were on a whole other plane. But again, to be able to connect with those students, to make them feel like, hey, we're one and the same. We're just like you guys, and they really appreciate this.